Nappy Dreamer.
And I'm Kia Blaine.
And we are the Melanin Mindset.
What's good, everybody, and welcome if it's your first time viewing. Welcome back if you're returning. I'm the Nappy Dreamer.
And I'm Kia Blaine.
And we are the Melanin Mindset. So listen, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to us via YouTube, the Melanin Mindset. Find us out on Facebook, the Melanin Mindset, Instagram and Twitter, Melanin Mindset _, and of course, good old TikTok, y'all, at the Melanin Mindset. So you'll be in the know for all that the Melanin Mindset has going on. Yeah, that happened real fast, friend. Real fast. So oh yeah, I'm sorry. Give it a like. Go ahead and make sure you turn on your notifications as well. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit share right now. Here's your chance. While we open up tonight's episode, we're gonna give you a few seconds. Hit share now. Go for it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, friend.
Okay, so like today's topic stresses me out. I need y'all to bear with me. I tend to be very empathetic on certain subjects, and this is one of those that's really like plucking my nerve really badly, and on both sides. Like, I just don't understand why this needs to be a thing, but it does. And I'm gonna take it to the even most basic thing too when we get to talking of why this term just really is annoying to me. But anyway, today, as the title, we was kind of having fun with the title, lightening it up. Batteries not included. So we're going to be talking about inclusivity. And unless you live under a rock, I'm pretty sure you've heard diversity and inclusion being thrown around everywhere in your life. Workplace, just stores, shopping, like everybody is screaming diversity and inclusion. And you have both sides of, you have the people who are for it, and you have the people who are against it. So as we always start around here with a good old definition, we have two for you. We are going to define inclusive and inclusivity. So inclusive just means including or covering all services, facilities, and items normally expected or required. Inclusivity means the practice or policy of providing equal access to opportunities and resources for people who might otherwise be excluded. So an article came out today that really kind of like threw me for a loop, and this is how we started on this conversation. So Target has lost over $10 billion in the last 10 days. 10 billion. Did you hear the B? 10 billion. That's 10,000 millions. That's Ooh. A lot of money. Mm-hmm.
When you say it like that, it's just like, golly.
Yeah. Is it 10,000 or 100,000? Math, but I think it's 10. Correct me if I'm wrong, audience.
Yeah, I was about to say, don't ask me, because that sound it that amount felt intense.
Yeah, I think I'm right. 10,000 millions equals 10 billion. Yeah. Just let that marinate. And guess why they lost it? Over creating a pride line for children. So should we give a definition of pride? I feel like, I don't think we have to, but for those of you, pride is the term that has been used that is to include all members of the LGBTQ plus community. And if there are any other letters, I'm sorry, I did not mean to leave anybody out.
You're supposed to say plus. I think if you say plus, that covers everybody.
I do see where they have plus. I've seen QIA, and yeah. So anyway.
Yeah.
People are having big issues, and it's just crazy to me because no matter what we talk about, it all comes down to the love of money. Like, everybody from every angle of this, were doing what they wanted to do because of money.
Facts.
And I mean, like,
it actually all boils down to money. It has nothing to do with support of a particular
it doesn't.
community. Nothing.
It doesn't. Because I mean, all you have to do is just love everybody the way Christ intended it for us to. Like, just love. And that doesn't mean I have to be in love with you. That doesn't mean I have to accept everything you do.
I don't have to love your decisions.
I genuinely want you to be treated as a human being. Period. That's what loving each other means. I want you to be treated as a human. Like
that part.
Like I just I don't see it as that hard, and maybe that's a flaw of mine.
No, friend, that's definitely not a flaw. That's absolutely something you should be capable of.
Did you freeze or did I freeze?
Did I freeze or did she freeze? Y'all let us know, because I hear her.
Yeah. Okay, because you froze for me, so I figured it was something wrong with mine.
No, we were both still moving on my end. Now, who knows? It could be either way.
Okay.
But yeah, I think in our conversation, can you hear me now?
Hi, everybody. I don't want to be rude. Everybody's coming in saying good evening. Hello, loves.
Oh, hey, y'all. I'm sorry. You know, we normally be given the random when we see your comments. Forgive us.
Hey y'all.
But yeah, friend, we should give a disclaimer. Tonight's conversation may not be suitable for children under the age of 18. If this is not a conversation you have had with your child, are willing to have with your child, or intend to have with your child, go on and grab your kids' iPad, tablet, or whatever they may be on right now. Or if they're next to you, just mush them so that they can move and you can stay. Okay? Just mush them a little bit, because this is not for them. It's not for them tonight. It's just not, because we're going to have a vulnerable and transparent conversation, and everybody might not be mature enough for it. So it is what it is. But when we were discussing earlier, I feel like you made a comment that was so sincere, but then so just blanket. It's like straightforward. Like, I think it's entirely too much focus on who people are having sex with.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
You're not focused on the right stuff. You like it's like you said, we can see it from both sides. If we're looking at the church's perspective, like, you're supposed to love, you're supposed to, you know what I mean, show them what love of Christ looks like. And then if you're looking at it from the conservative perspective, you don't have to, nobody's forcing you to support anything. Okay,
no, it's the whole
like, nobody.
It's the whole thing. Like, we're gonna. I saw Ganjapo ask what pride line. Okay, let's talk about it.
Oh,
let's get into what the line is, so that the conversation can make sense for everybody. So, Target lost all this money because people are boycotting Target because they have a pride line. So this line includes clothing that depicts, the rainbow of some sort. But I think what really took parents over the edge and people over the edge is that they have like, all right, let's say your boy now decides they identify as a girl. They have binding clothing. So these clothes would allow would make it easy, which is just mind blowing to me, because I have 5 children, and I just don't know who these children are that are in a size 6 that need to be tucking. What are you tucking? At 6, your little Peter Weeder doesn't poke out anyway. And at 6, like, what are you binding? But anyway, these clothings are have gentle binding to mash down breasts and gentle binding to hide the penis. So it so that your little transgender children can wear a bathing suit. And I mean, I don't even get it, because I swear you can put a 6-year-old in a bathing suit or a suit, and you don't know what the gender of this child is anyway, because they don't have any of those protruding things yet.
Yeah.
And if they do, I blame the chicken. But that's a whole nother episode.
You blame the food. Okay.
Exactly.
Y'all, let the viewers go ahead and comment. Have you all heard anything about the controversy surrounding Target right now and the fact that they have lost $10 billion in 10 days? Have you heard any of the controversy surrounding that? It is definitely going to be a lot to do with the messages, friend. I think it has a lot to do with the messages. Like,
now, I didn't see
some of
all
the
the
things
different
that were on
products,
the
but you got to
shirts.
tell me what's on the shirts. Yeah.
Yeah. So there were some shirts that simply say things like queer, queer, queer. There were some shirts that say, I'm looking at it here, y'all. We're not trying to get copyrighted, so I'm not putting any of these images on the screen. But they say trans people will always exist.
I did see
Now,
that one.
yeah, there's a thing. Okay, and I mean, when I say I'm not knocking a community of individuals at all, like, I am coming from a completely neutral place with this tonight. But the fact still remains: these are small children, so impressionable or not impressionable. Okay, like, the child is not the one buying the clothes. So it doesn't matter what the shirt says.
Mhm.
It's not the child going in the store buying the clothes. And
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you told little Timmy no to eating ice cream for breakfast. I bet you can tell him no to a shirt you're not comfortable with him wearing in Target.
Mhm.
Why is it that the employees of Target are at risk?
Like, it's gotten bad. Like, people are going in these stores, knocking over the displays, throwing stuff at the workers because they're upset with this little line that they've stuck in a little corner at Target.
Look at this one, and I'm gonna give it an applause.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I mean, it's just like anything. If we're gonna start attacking a company for
A
what they
marginalized
decide to
community.
provide, like, what does this open up the window to allow people to do? You know, I know when I first moved to Florida, I had not, now in Florida, let me say this, I went to Target today and there wasn't no signs of no pride section in the kids section at my Target.
I'm not a Target shopper,
They had the pride stuff, like the regular little cups and the t-shirts for adults. Wasn't nothing in that kids section. I checked. But and that's just I'm in Florida. So but when I first moved here, one of the things I remember seeing a lot of were like the mega sex emporiums and mega sex stores. And I was like, oh my God, like, it's just it's right next to Mobile. It's right next to the gas station. Like, it just seemed like something to me at first. When I first saw it, I was like, wow, it just seems like something that used to be like, you know, that building with the red door, and you only knew what was in there if you was clued into what was in there.
Or was in the industrial area tucked off in the back.
Yeah, it just wasn't so like
Prominent.
People's kinks weren't so prominent. Now, you know, we got billboards and everything. So needless to say, the world is changing as far as what's considered private and what's not. But Target is still a company. And I believe if we have freedom of speech and freedom of all this stuff, then Target should be able to sell whatever they want, however they decide to display it. You as a parent and you as an individual, yes, you decide whether you're going to shop here or not. So the boycott, I get. If you want to boycott Target because they selling stuff, I get. The violence,
I don't get.
What's wrong with y'all? What's wrong with you?
That's the question. That is the question. And if you can comment that down below and help us understand, even if you're one of the people who are just like in an uproar, we want you to comment too.
Mhm.
I am honestly not in an uproar because I don't shop Target either way. I'm not a huge Target connoisseur, you know, and y'all don't come for me for that. But it has nothing, like, I don't have a problem with Target putting this section in their store. Target did not take their whole store and flip it and say, only people of this community can shop here.
Mhm.
We'll only sell these particular items. We're going to only cater to this group of people. Target didn't do any of that. So
Yeah.
it's like, I can't understand the genuine anger and anxiety behind, what is it called? I forget what they call them. The display. They have a name for it, the way they do the layout on the floor. But I can't understand how one square, and I mean, Target's huge.
Target is very huge.
It's huge.
I frequent Target quite often, and I genuinely, like, you know, the competition is Target and Walmart. Like, I can go in Target. It's clean. Smells pretty nice. If I ask somebody for help, they're gonna help me. Walmart, on the other hand, maybe y'all got nicer Walmarts where y'all at, but my Walmart makes me want to pull out a pistol. Like, these people literally see you about to ask a question and they will run from you. I have asked questions in Walmart and got a straight up, I don't know. And they turn around and walk away like, you're not going to help me? You're not going to help me now? So
valid.
If they had things that they sell that I find controversial, like, I'd be like, oh, that's a hot mess, and keep on walking and go get what I came in there to get.
That part.
So what if they only cater to? It's still their prerogative if that's
Facts.
what they want to do.
Listen, it's like Tech Dog is on fire this evening. Mm-hmm. What I was saying is that the anger and the aggression that's being promoted toward this situation, I'm like, it's not like that's what they decided to do, because that is their choice. They could if they wanted to, but the fact remains that they didn't do that. So why is it such an aggressive point? And I don't understand, like I mentioned before, like, how does who someone is having sex with really have that much of an impact?
Tech Dog really making up for missing out last week. Walmart is the Waffle House of retail. Yes. Okay. I want to play to this one. Many people feel that the gay agenda is being forced upon us, opposed to just existing. Some people take it more serious than others and choose violence.
Facts. Okay.
I definitely can agree with this to a certain extent. And when we first started talking about this, I told my friend, I said, listen, I see both sides. Yeah. I said, unfortunately, I am like smack in the middle, just looking back and forth at this fight. Like, because at one point, I feel like you're a business, you're a company, you can put whatever you want, include whatever you want. On the other hand, I don't understand the purpose. Like, if we all supposed to wear clothes, can't you just have clothes? And whoever wants to go get whatever they want to buy, go buy what you want to buy. I never understood, even with Black History Month. Like, I'm down for it. Like, I'm always down for a Black Power moment. But do I feel as though I need to go out and project like, yeah, Black Lives Matter? During the time that Black Lives Matter was born, yeah, they was killing people. So it did feel like you needed to go out there and be like, yo, like, are you serious? You really just killing people?
Yes, Stan.
But do I feel as though a 5-year-old needs a tucking bathing suit? Like, what? Why?
Yeah, and it says specifically it's intended for children who haven't had gender affirming procedures, but like, let's just be honest, like you were saying, friend, like, it doesn't take that much to tuck anything on a small
There's nothing to tuck on a 7-year-old.
And that fact remains as well. But it's on the flip side though, friend, on the flip side. So there is other stuff. We're talking about inclusivity as a whole. So it's other stuff too. Do you get what I'm saying? It's other stuff too. For example, I told you when I started looking up information around this, I was like, bro, I saw where Walmart has the shirt that says, and it's a toddler shirt, and it's like, does this diaper make my butt look big? What? Or they got the onesies that say hung like my dad.
Yeah, see, like all of that. Like,
bruh. It's issues on both sides of this party, okay?
This is where I do understand the outrage of parents. Like, let the daggone kids just be kids. Let these kids play in dirt. You know what I mean? Break their ankle. Like, do the normal stuff kids do. Ride your bike. Shit, even get hit by a car. Like, everybody, mama done backed out. Not everybody. I'm just saying. Like, look, let the kids be kids. Yeah, they're funny for an adult, not for my kindergartner to go to school wearing it.
Now, Tech Dog, I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to lie. I did not laugh at the other ones, but the one I laughed at is the one I haven't said yet. There was one that said Daddy's Little Squirt.
Yeah, like
that.
I can't.
Completely inappropriate, but completely hilarious.
But even like, and then there are specialty stores that would have these type of shirts. So like, nobody got outraged and boycotted Spencer's. Oh, so is it okay? So is it okay for it to be, if it's a store specifically for these type of paraphernalia, or are you just mad because a big box store has it?
Now wait a minute. Now when you say paraphernalia,
I didn't mean to say paraphernalia. I
Okay, I was about to say, friend. I was about to say, because listen,
products,
what were your
let's say
product
products,
items?
apparel,
Clothing, apparel,
yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Because
I
I'm
was about to
thinking
say,
mugs and stuff too. Like,
yeah. And it's like when you're looking at these clothes on either side, it's right. It says those clothes are worn by kids but made for adults, and that is exactly where I was headed. It's like they're making these clothes, and it's not even just that; it's the styles of clothes, and I feel like that comes up a lot on social media too, with the way people choose to dress their kids.
mm-hmm.
But I'm like, you're putting your kid in the shirt that says that this diaper make my butt look big. This girl has her child in maybe some short shorts and a midriff shirt. But it's like, do you realize you're still bringing the same attention to the same things that doesn't matter how you clothe it or how you wrap the package, it's still giving the same message. You know what I'm saying? So that's that's something similar too. But yeah, they're absolutely being designed by adults but worn by kids. That's
Mm-hmm.
facts. Whole
Mm-hmm.
facts. But Walmart had the same situation going on, but Walmart didn't take as big of a hit. Do you know, could you think of reasons why that would be? Because Target, from my understanding, the let me finish. Target, from my understanding, does a pride section every single year. This is not new. It's just the new stuff like the binding apparel.
It's
That's
the
the
stuff,
biggest
and it's for
dilemma.
kids.
Yeah, that's
And
the
it's
biggest
for
dilemma.
kids.
But they do Pride every year.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I'm just saying. But Walmart has the clothing, and then I'm gonna go ahead and cut you loose, friend, because it looked like you had something to say when I made that comment.
No.
But Walmart had a section of clothing, and yeah, people were on social media saying they little piece or whatever. But Walmart had like the boys' collar and button down shirts, but they had like little rainbows all over them, or they had like the dinosaur wearing like a tutu, and they had stuff like that in Walmart for the little boys to wear. And then likewise, they also had like, it was like a boy themed dress. It would look more like how the two pieces you see for the little boys. Instead, they converted it into like a dress, for these male Marvel characters. They had dresses that were like kind of like for them. But that was what people were complaining about with Walmart. But Walmart didn't take as big a hit as Target. It's take 10 billion in 10 days. Bruh.
I want to know who got fired. Somebody thought this was going to be a great idea. Somebody thought they was about to make money. Like,
Stan said that earlier. He said they took a risk and it backfired.
It backfired hard. Like, they thought they was doing a thing. Like, oh, we're going to do this now.
We got a lot of comments that I just skipped over.
I
Sorry.
think some people are angry. There's people's parenting habits are not projecting it on their kids.
Bro, you on fire tonight. He is making up for his lost time.
Mm-hmm.
What we got, Jimmy? Oh, go ahead. You got
I wouldn't want to bring attention to my children. Bring that attention to my children. There's a lot. Exactly. And prey on children. And I don't want to put fuel to the fire. Exactly. Like, first, I don't get it. I'm sorry. I don't get you saying my 8-year-old is transgender. Like, you're 8. But even if that is the case, I'm going to just put a label on the back of my child and be like, yes, this is my transgender 8-year-old. Like,
you can absolutely affirm your kids.
Especially in this climate and knowing what's going on. I don't know that I would do that. People are twisted. Unfortunately, that dream and hope I have of people keep letting people, treating people as humans, I know that ain't the reality. So I'm not gonna put my children out here and throw them to the wolves. In honor of, you could just be yourself. No,
right. Nor am I going to literally go against a parent who has chosen to do that, though.
That too.
I can't. I'm not like that.
I be feeling bad for that kid, though.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I feel bad for that kid. That kid is going to go through a lot more than they needed to.
Mm-hmm. And like Tech said earlier, it's the parent's responsibility. It's not any other person's responsibility. Just like cigarettes are available, and a parent could technically buy cigarettes for their child.
I was ready to go there because cigarettes is in Target. Alcohol is in Target, and I guarantee you, a bunch of people out here whose beliefs are not to drink, not to smoke. Freaking girl, Walmart got a whole sex toy section. pretty sure it's people out here that don't believe in that.
Is
Well,
that
ain't
so?
nobody lose no money. Yeah, girl, they got all the stuff. They got all the stuff.
Friend, we're gonna talk off the air, okay?
Yeah, like they got a little version of a rose and all. They got all type of stuff.
Maybe that's why Walmart didn't have any backlash over their kids section.
Because y'all was too busy over in the toy section. Y'all ain't even see little pride clothes. We're in Walmart. Right next to the KY Jelly Tech.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I don't agree with sexualizing any child. Absolutely not. Mm-hmm. But the beef is with the parents. With the way the parents treat their kids, not the people who make the clothing available. Whole facts, because I'm telling you, we make Black, centric apparel or melanin centric apparel. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, some people probably ain't happy about it, but nobody is complaining.
Let's be clear. I have run into more people who don't know what the heck melanin is, and it's hilarious to me.
Yeah, when they read my shirt, when I'm out with my Melanin Mindset shirt on, it is an adventure every time.
Yeah,
every single time. But yeah, it's like, you don't have to, just like they can boycott and take their money out of the store or whatever, that's your business. But the fact remains that there are so many other options. There's so many diverse choices out there that you really don't have to, you know what I mean? You don't have to shop there. I had a girl that played football for me for 4 years. Her name was, I'm not going to say the 4th year, her mom came and said her name is.
His name.
Oh.
His name is.
Her name was Messiah.
Yeah.
The 4th year.
And I think
his name is Messiah. Okay.
Yeah. 11 years old. 11
years old. Okay.
11 years old. Like, I just think about me as a kid and all the different phases I went through in my head. Like, I wanted to be blonde at some point. I wanted to be a bodybuilder at some point. Like, and
we're not gonna hit that one.
It's just there was so many things that I had probably wanted, and in hindsight now, I'm thinking you were a dumbass little kid. Like, and I'm glad, I didn't tell my mom, and my mom decided to let me be this, because it was just a kid being a kid. A child is learning all the different things in life and taking it in, and whether they decide to embrace it full on or not, it's it's probably, I don't know the statistics.
The whole thing is problematic.
I just don't see it. If today my 3-year-old niece is like, I don't want to be a girl anymore, I'm like, whatever, girl, get out of my face. Because you're 3 and you might, heck, I don't feel like being a woman half the time, especially when that auntie come around.
I was about to say, at least 4 days out of the month, I'm okay not being a female.
I am okay not being a female. I'm like, screw this.
Friend, before we keep going, y'all let that marinate. Don't forget, we are brand ambassadors for Dianu Apparel. That's Dianu Apparel. You can click the link down below and save 15%, or simply use promo code Melanin Mindset at checkout and also redeem your 15% clearance included. Y'all hang with us after this commercial. We'll be right back. What's good, Mindset family? The Melanin Mindset is thrilled to announce we are the newest brand ambassadors for Dianu Apparel. Dianu Apparel is a Black-owned apparel company that offers trendy African-inspired prints in each and every garment. They're offering our listeners 15% off their purchases just by using promo code Melanin Mindset. There's something for him, there's something for her, and there's even something for the kids. So head right over to dianu.com using the description link down below, or just simply enter Melanin Mindset at checkout and save today. Thank y'all so much for hanging in with us. Remember, if you're not already subscribed to the Melanin Mindset on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe right now. Like, right now is your chance. Subscribe. Go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Make sure that you like this video and turn on your notification bells. Hit the share button and share it with somebody who you care about, because I'm telling you, the conversations are worth it. If you haven't already, find us on Facebook, The Melanin Mindset, Instagram and Twitter, Melanin Mindset _, and of course, good old TikTok at The Melanin Mindset.
Mm-hmm.
And you know I couldn't let a break go by without showing Nick and Naya. Y'all gonna see Nick and Naya every stinking week. Every week until Kia decides to take her picture. And I'm saying that almost like I don't have my own Deano apparel, but she
Mm-hmm.
promised that to y'all. Not I, said the cat.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And you can also become an official MFer by purchasing your MFing content. What is it?
Mm-hmm.
Merchandise. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. You can
Mm-hmm.
purchase your MF and merchandise at themelanatedmindset.org today. You can get things as small as a keychain, or you can even purchase a mug or a t-shirt and become an official member of the MF family. So I'm going to go ahead and put the QR code on the screen like I do each and every week so that you all can click on that link and you can join the Mindset family.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. There it is. Scan the QR code. Go for it. So before we went to break, we were discussing about the Target debacle and how they lost $10 million in 10 days.
Mm-hmm.
You all gave some really interesting perspective on your thoughts, and it's true. I think it still rings true that it's up to the parent to purchase the clothes. It's really not up to us to make the decision of whether or not another parent can dress their child however they see fit, no
Mm-hmm.
matter whether they're dressing them in gender affirming attire, as they're calling it, or if they're dressing them in gender specific attire that is intended for a particular gender. Does not matter what that parent is choosing to do. The fact
Mm-hmm.
remains that is that child's parent, not your child.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Yeah.
that simple. So, friend, can we talk about some of the benefits of general inclusivity? And this is
Hold
not
on.
only
I kind of want to look at these comments right
oh,
here.
we got some comments. Sure
Yeah,
did.
yeah, yeah. So this one,
Go ahead.
boycott and protest is always in order for whatever you find the need, but violence, yeah, only a few circumstances, and because I don't like what you personally do, yeah. In the words of Rosa Parks, nah, yeah. If somebody is doing something non-violent, I don't understand how you react to it with violence. This one was a good comment. A child is developing, they're young, they have time, they don't have to be set in stone. What they think when they are just toddlers or a kid. Oh, agree 100%. I even will take it past kid, like I just said. Once a month, I want to be a dude. Once a month, I want to be a man.
Yeah, I'd be
It, it,
okay.
it's like, and then there was a TikTok I saw. There's this guy, and he likes to wear his nails, and his pronoun is he. He did kind of say that he likes to wear his nails. He likes to get his hair done, but it was the comments that were coming from everybody in his lives. They were like, what are your pronouns? What are you this, which letter are you, da 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 da. And he was just like, y'all are weird. He was like, I'm gonna say Tom. I'm not gonna say his name. He's like, I'm Tom. I'm Tom. Like, if that ain't enough for you, I don't know what to tell you. I am Tom. Today, Tom is wearing a blonde lace, and my nails were done by so and so. I am Tom. The rest is none of your business.
That part. I've seen, and see, friend, that like I was saying, the benefits of inclusivity apply to more than just what we were discussing as far as Target is concerned. It really applies in more ways than one. I'll give another example, like how you said on TikTok, there's a couple on social media and they're considered, what's the term? Interabled. So the wife, she is able-bodied. The husband is a paraplegic. People have the audacity to comment things because they're ready to start a family. And so I have been seeing some of their TikToks and their reels on YouTube. And people have the audacity to ask questions like, how do y'all have sex? Like, are you serious? How are y'all planning to get pregnant?
Like, if you were genuinely curious, this is a private message conversation.
That is a DM.
When you put stuff in the comments, like, you want everybody to hear. You want all the reaction. You want all the drama. Like,
Right.
and if you're sending that to me, I'm not gonna take to it well. I'm like, what are you getting at? Like, if you really were curious, it would be a little side message, Or at this point, Google gonna show you everything you want to know. You don't have to ask me. Go figure it out.
Listen, people are less afraid of the reaction of the internet and more afraid of the response of the Google search. Yeah. Like, no matter where you search on Google, just know your Google search can be pulled. Yeah. And so people are more concerned about that than they are risking their necks on social media.
on hurting somebody, disrespecting somebody, or just being just ignorant.
Yeah. It's crazy. So, friends, some benefits of inclusivity, and y'all can comment as well and let us know what do y'all think are some of the benefits of being more inclusive. And this is not only as it pertains to the first half of the show, but just as a whole, inclusivity in the Black community. Friend, what do you think it looks like for the Black community to be more inclusive?
I don't. I honestly feel like the terms diversity and inclusivity are the opposite. If I have to point out that you need to be inclusive, I am pointing out that there are people that we want to exclude.
Mm.
If I am pointing out that we need diversity, I am pointing out that there is such a distinct difference between us, which it really isn't, that there is so much difference between us that we have to make it a point to be nice. Be nice to the Black girl. Be nice to the trans guy girl. Be nice to this person. Like, you're making it such a big deal. Like, you're oh no, let's close the curtains. We got some alphabet people in the room. Like, what
Like,
the heck?
let's
Like,
walk on eggshells.
why do we have to point it out? And why does it have to be made this big thing? I do understand what people say the benefits of inclusivity are, but it just seems like it just should be to me, it just should be a natural thing. Like, I open up a store, my store should just be for everybody to come and patronize. Like, what
Or
is it?
if I have a target market. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with having a target market, because we are fans of a particular store where you got to be two something to do something. They don't sell anything in there other than clothes to fit those types of bodies. So it's
And see, and
okay.
that's where I say I don't have no problem with that, because
Yeah.
she's not trying to be inclusive. it's it's a specialty store. That's what these things are called. These are specialty things. These are
Hmm.
specialty items, or that in particular is a specialty store. So yes, this is for a particular person. But to force and say, like, include that word, that inclusivity word, like, it really just
If you don't
it
want me there, I don't want to be there.
it shines the other problem. I can't say inclusivity without saying that something is excluded.
Now, I am all for promoting diverse opinion and diverse thought. I am all for being more welcoming to the person who may think differently than you. I
Absolutely.
am all for promoting, and I know that in saying
No,
inclusivity in
it's
that
fine.
way, that it's definitely taking a
Yes.
moment to recognize that a particular group or person may be different. And that, for me, my opinion, is okay. If we pause for a second and really take a look at the differences in us, and it's like, I can't not play with this. Like, when you're looking at kids, like, kids will go on the playground. All the kids who are playing on whatever toy they're playing on, them the kids that they're automatically friends with those kids because they're playing the game they want to play.
Mm-hmm.
Now, does that mean that I can't be friends with the kids that's playing basketball? No. For a
Mm-hmm.
child, looking at it for the kids or whatnot, giving them the understanding that it's okay to play with the kid in a wheelchair. It's okay to do that, but that's for children. I feel like when it comes to adults,
Mm-hmm.
that message is already what it's going to be.
Whatever it is,
Whatever it
whatever was
is what
instilled
it's
in you
going
is what
to
it
be.
is. Yeah.
Like, you can sit through however many diversity, equity, and inclusion sessions you want to sit through. It is not going to change that person's mental state.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't believe it will. Now, will it help them to recognize that maybe a behavior they had could have been problematic?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. But as far as me saying that is going to just miraculously rectify the issue, no.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think so. So I did gather a few facts on this on the here, friend. We like
Yeah.
to
Why
list out a few
inclusivity is
facts why it's
needed.
important. Yeah. So
Uh-huh.
you want to get into some of those?
Yeah, and it's sad that I just look at this list and it's just sad to me. Like, it has, like, we have to have a term. That's the thing. The whole labeling of everything. Everything has to have a label, because we live in a country where people think they are better than, different than, other than others. So, benefits of inclusivity: it promotes equality and fairness, encourages diversity and cultural exchange, fosters innovation and creativity, enhances problem solving skills. That one's weird. Creates a sense of belonging and community. Okay, was that it? Yeah, that was it.
Yeah. There's a few more from point 8 down.
I just definitely feel that you tribe with your people. Like, you know where you fit in, I should say. Like, and to say that, let me say it like this: like, you know where you fit in, but you also should be able to feel comfortable wherever you go. And like, where you fit in is where you enjoy yourself the most.
I feel like you
but
should feel
I never
safe.
feel as though you should have to go somewhere and feel like you do not belong. You know what I'm saying? It's in America. I don't feel like there should be anywhere that you have to go and don't feel like you belong.
I'm trying to tread lightly because I don't 100% agree with that.
And that's fine.
Yeah, I'm trying to tread lightly because I don't want to give the wrong message, but then at the same time, it's like, think about certain places. I'll use that example I was using earlier, where you got to be too something to do something. Yes, that's a specialty store.
Mm-hmm.
But if a slimmer person walks in that store and they can't fit anything that's in there, and they're shopping with their big girlfriends, now maybe that's not their friends, but she might go in there and see everybody finding things that are so cute for them, but now she has to go to a whole other store where the other friends were able to shop here and she can't.
But
so
she shouldn't feel like, she should not feel uncomfortable in that place, is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I go in, I can go in Express. I can't fit crap in Express. But I don't feel uncomfortable in Express. Like, I don't feel like my life is in danger. I don't feel upset or sad because I can't fit nothing in there.
Okay.
I'm just going to go look at the accessories until my skinny friends are done.
I follow what you're saying now. I guess I wasn't reading your message the same way before.
Yeah, like, but what I'm saying is, like, these people in this community are fearful.
Yeah, they're feeling unsafe
of going certain places. Remember, we met I can't remember his name, but it was a transgender individual. We were in Orlando.
Oh yes, and
he was genuinely fearful being in Florida. He was there, his job sent him there, and he was so afraid of being there because of an incident that happened at a club. It was a gay club, and they shot up the club.
The Pulse massacre. And that was years ago, and
he was so afraid being there. And it was because it's funny, because if you don't live in Florida is a horrible place. But it's like, it's so funny.
Please, some people who live in Florida, it's a horrible place.
For some people who live, I don't know. Like, I feel like we don't care. We just want to go in the sun and have fun. Like,
I'm so done.
The politics here are definitely skewed, but that's another topic.
Yeah. To that point, that young man that we met at the hotel, it was me and my spouse, Kia and her spouse, and then another non-melanated couple that was there. And then there was this one person that was by themselves. So of course, us being who we are, we about to chop it up with whoever is present. It doesn't matter. And so, but the thing is, if you could look at the body language of this person while they were sitting in the jacuzzi with all of us, and their reaction, awkwardly enough, they seemed way more comfortable with the melanated people in the water than they did the non-melanated people in the water.
It got weird. So, it definitely got weird.
It got weird because the husband in the non-melanated couple and the young man, they were going back and forth, which was something to see. It was immediate tension between them because it was like, oh, well, I thought you could tell because you see my scars. And like, nope. Didn't even notice.
Yeah, because we didn't even know. Didn't even know that this person was a transgender. We just was like, "Hey, yo, bro, can you hit the timer?"
Right, because the jacuzzi went off. Can you hit
the
the button, please?
The bubbles went away. Like, bro, can you hit the bubbles?
And I guess,
and he was like, "Yeah, I wanted to get in." I'm like, "It's plenty of space. Get on in here." Yeah, and so somewhere along the conversation, he revealed to us that he was transgender, and we were like, "Oh, okay." And it was like, you can tell, like
he was a little hostile
like
to
a
that
whole
other
man.
couple.
No, I couldn't tell.
Yeah, you absolutely were giving man vibes. Absolutely giving man vibes. Had no clue,
and wasn't looking. And then even afterwards, who cared? I didn't care. Like none of us cared. It was just like you made it awkward.
Your sexuality is not my responsibility. And I think that is something that a lot of people need to adopt. Whether I agree or disagree, neither here nor there. Whether I promote it or discourage it, neither here nor there. Your sexuality is not my business. Y'all, listen, I want to tell them, turn to your neighbor and say, your sexuality is not my business. Mm-hmm. It's not. My purpose is not
that should be the shirt. That should be the shirt. Is that what you said?
That should be the shirt. That should be the shirt. That should absolutely be the shirt. Your sexuality is not my business. That part. Oh my gosh, he said, and the other lady turned into a Karen.
I don't know. I feel like they both was being Karens.
I feel like it was Karen and Ken sitting in that pool with us.
No, it was Karen and Karen. That was when I realized you was a transgender by how you was acting. When you turned into a Karen, I would have never thought. From looking at you, wouldn't have thought.
I would have never.
When y'all start popping off and going at each other, I said, "Oh, the Karens are at it."
Listen, I will not lie. I just could not. Mm-hmm. Oh, wait a minute. If what's the case? Do you know what that was referencing to?
I think he's just still referencing us saying, it said what did you just say about the shirt? We just said that's a shirt. Stay out of my pants, or my sexuality is not that. He said if that's the case.
Oh, your sexuality is not my business.
Yeah, and he's saying if that's the case, it shouldn't be broadcasted at every opportunity. This is the thing I've noticed from me researching. Most of the people who come up from these with these ideas and these agendas, they're not even part of the community.
They're trying to put them in a box.
They're not part of the community. Like I'm willing to put money on the person who came up with this pride clothes for children is not part of the community.
But they trying to profit off of the community. Just like the people who design the clothes, the black clothes in Target during Black History Month, they're not black.
Oh, really?
They don't be black. Not all the time.
I didn't.
It's about the money. It is all about the money and profiting off of a particular marginalized group.
Yeah.
They're literally just trying to profit off of a particular group.
And the thing is, do they realize it's not working?
I don't know.
It's not working.
It's doing something because it keeps happening every year.
Target lost $10 billion. Remember with the ice cream for Juneteenth, Walmart had to pull it. Like, stop it. Y'all just make stuff.
What was the flavor again? What was the flavor again?
But it seemed very interesting. And I wanted to try it. I hope they bring it back out and just put Breyers on the box.
Bruh, did you see the ice cream, the cornbread, the maple cornbread?
Maple cornbread.
Girl, there is a maple cornbread ice cream by Van Leeuwen's. Mm-hmm. And it's all over social media. I high-key wanted to hop on and buy one and taste it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Van Leeuwen's. We should look into that. Yes, it is. But the problem is nobody is looking for the source. They're saying that out of here. I
mean, yeah. That's why I said, to me, like every side, like I just want to line everybody up in a circle, stick my hand out, and go around and slap everybody. Like y'all doing too much.
Hit them all, knock them all.
Everybody's doing
knock them all. It's definitely our priorities are skewed. Mm-hmm. That's a fact. Our priorities are skewed. Y'all don't realize what some of these behaviors are doing to us as human beings.
It's dividing us even further. It's making us angry for no reason. Like the amount of road rage I've seen lately, I'm just like, why are y'all so angry? Like, where are you going? Where are you? You better have diarrhea that you trying to weave in and out of these cars this fast. Like, y'all just not, I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, friend. It's pretty bad. I feel like as a blanket statement, because I see what time it is, we starting to run out of time. But like as a blanket statement, your sexuality is not my business. I spend my money where I want to spend my money. Nobody's holding a gun to my head telling me to shop in distinct places. You know, nobody's telling you, by the way, the things that are applying to me right now, they also apply to y'all. Nobody's making you buy anything. Nobody's making you rate yet. That's a whole other conversation. Yeah. Nobody's forcing you to raise your child a certain way. Nobody's forcing you to do anything. And friend, I think I learned that from you when about the whole vaccination thing. Like I used to think that you don't have a choice. Everybody has to get vaccines. No, you don't. It's suggested. It's not required. Like all the way down to the littlest things. Like you don't have to. He mentioned the vaccine as soon as I said that. You don't
the vaccine shot messing with people's minds.
Yeah, and see that's funny because he posted that. He posted that before I even mentioned it. But yeah, it's like if you're a human, right? If you're a human, and I'm a human, but I'm a human that doesn't like you as a human, I don't have to like you.
I don't.
But at the same time, I shouldn't take the fact that I don't like you and make it a public situation.
Yep. Because where does that get us?
Right. Absolutely nowhere. And I want y'all to let that marinate through the week. Not even just about this whole pride situation, just life in general. Think about that thing. The choices you make, the walk you take every single day, the groceries you buy, the stores you frequent, they're all up to you. Like you pay for the car, the gas, the time. It's not necessarily something that has to happen. So, yeah. So stop looking at things from that perspective. I feel like it's really damaging to the culture as a whole. And I feel like it's just like it's substantially damaging to the culture as a whole. Friend, did you have any information for the people before we head out?
Nah.
Friend, we lost Tina Turner this week.
We did.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Tina Turner.
R.I.P. Tina. And if you don't know why Tina Turner is so important, I need you to Google that instead of Googling what people are putting on their kids. Y'all have a great rest of your week. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Right here next week on the Melanin Mindset, we will be having another conversation for y'all to go ahead and chime in on. We want to hear what you got to say. Please know we're going to be, I'm going to make a post earlier in the week so y'all know what we're talking about so that y'all are ready to gear up and get down with the get down. Friend, no words? Same time, same channel next week. We love y'all. Peace.